If this is your first time here, I'm Neil, the Adventurous Investor, and on this channel I talk all things investing, business, finance, personal finance, and anything in that sort of nature. Anyway guys, today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video. I'm going to be talking more about what I do, a bit more of my backstory, and about what we've been recently doing over the last couple of years with buying and owning operating businesses in Japan, that being ski lodges, little hotels in Japan, which is all very exciting and I love it. It's my true passion. Is snowboarding and just being in the mountains. I've spent a lot of my time, my life sort of devoted to living and working in and around the mountains and that whole sort of scene, and I truly like it. I don't know what it is, I just can't pinpoint exactly what it is that I love about it so much. I don't know if it's the air, the snow, the people, the whatever it is, but it's something I cannot get away from. I always just feel at peace and is where I should be when I'm in the mountains. I don't want to get too airy-fairy on it, but something about being in the mountains is just truly, it draws me in. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is our ventures in Japan. Anyway, so I did my first ski season in Japan in 2010, and I was out there working out with a couple other Aussies and Kiwi guys, and they'd been quite established in Japan. They'd been out there for about 10-15 years prior to me going, and they'd bought property, and they were basically living the dream. They're skiing waist deep, uncrowded snow all winter long, and then rafting and canyoning in the summers, like living the dream, I reckon. So I got talking to them, and they're telling me about the places they've got and businesses they were operating, and I thought, this is great, this is cool, I like what these guys are doing. I want to emulate some of this in my life. It took me a few years to actually start doing it. I didn't have much capital behind me at the time. So yeah, moved forward, did a few more seasons in Japan. Moving forward after that, I did a couple of seasons, 3 seasons in Niseko, in the northern part of Japan, if you haven't been to Japan. Hokkaido, Niseko, it's one of the busiest sort of ski areas in the country. Worked for an amazing family up there that had 2 little ski lodges. And I managed to work for them for 3 seasons, which was amazing. They truly are such wonderful people. And yeah, learnt a lot about just sort of being in Japan, and we were just basically doing the day-to-day sort of helping out, running operations, clearing snow and making beds and all that sort of stuff, and really got to know our guests quite well. A lot of our guests would stay for like 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks even sometimes, and really loved that whole sort of, just hanging out with all other keen skiers and snowboarders and whatnot. So I wanted to, and then they actually sold. They said, "Oh, look, we're thinking about selling," and all. Oh, but it was a bit out of our price range at the time. But I just still love that idea of owning and operating a ski lodge in Japan. So, still sort of kept simmering away in my mind, like that is something I really, really could do, and really, sort of started thinking, damn man, I could really do that. So they're moving forward a couple of years after that. 2018, a friend, he picked up a place in Myoko, which is, if you don't know Myoko or Japan, it's in the main island in Honshu, in Niigata Prefecture, a small little regional rural town called Myoko. And it's not as quite as on the tourist, circuit as Niseko and Hakuba and that, but a town, it still has that Japanese charm, which I love. It's not just overrun with Australians and Kiwis, even though I'm a Kiwi and it's a battle. But I still love that. My neighbours are Japanese. They're such amazing people. So yeah, that's where we. So yeah, like I said, he bought his place in 2018 there, or maybe it was the end of 2017 actually. And anyway, so we went out. I started doing a bit more research. I went over there in mid-2018, June I think it was, doing a bit of a recon, sort of a trip, had a couple of places earmarked that I sort of liked the look of. Went over there, really had a good sort of suss out of the area, had a couple of mates over there helping me out, huge. Obviously my Japanese isn't great, it's something I'm always constantly working on, but I don't naturally pick up languages, so I'm always constantly working on my Japanese, and even this year I've had to spend a fair bit of time just really trying to work on my Japanese. So he helped us out huge with the purchasing of this particular lodge. We ended up buying the first ski lodge through our self-managed super fund, which we have set up here in Australia. So technically the self-managed super fund owns our first ski lodge that we bought, Hut Myoko. This is us here. If you want to check us out, we're on YouTube and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Instagram. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check us out on any of those. If you don't know anything about it, check it out. Anyway, so yeah, it was a really complicated process, this, buying the lodge through the super. We didn't have to get a loan or anything, which made it quite a lot easier, but still there was a lot of intricacies and processes that we had to follow in order to keep the ATO happy to buy through our self-managed super fund. But in the finish, it was, yeah, the self-managed super fund owns the ski lodge, and then we essentially lease the ski lodge off our self-managed super fund. So you're only leasing it off yourself essentially, but there's just a layer there between the self-managed super fund and yourself. That's how it all sort of finished up in the end. It's just a real arse about face way to do it. And even talking to the accountant, like this was really testing him as well. It's not, this sort of doesn't happen every day for him. You know, people buying ski lodges in Japan through their super. But we managed to get through it. It took us a good probably month all up just to get through that whole process. Got the property, got it licensed and everything just before Christmas. Had our first season, 2018-19 winter season. Not super busy. We're a bit late to the party that year, just getting our licensing and getting everything trying up and running before the winter kicked off, before the snow started coming in. It was an absolute banger of a season. We had like over 17 metres of snow that season, which was it was so good. Our first season we had so much snow, which was a bit of a hard chore keeping on top of the snow curve, but we still managed to keep on top of it. Season just gone, 1920 wasn't quite as good snow-wise. It was quite a bit more of a warmer year. But we had a banger season. We're fully booked for Jan and Feb. Started dropping off bookings-wise by the end of sort of March there. Obviously with the current health crisis that we're all going through. And we're not expecting this season to be super busy either. But that's what we do. Majority of our time is spent with the day-to-day sort of operations and maintaining these ski lodges. We've also bought another ski lodge this year in June. It settled just about 2 k's up the road from our current lodge. This one will be more sort of a, rent the whole lodge rather than buy the bed like our current lodge, which we don't know if we'll be able to get that operational for this season or not. More than likely, probably not. At the moment, it's pretty tough getting back to Japan. Hopefully that changes in the next month or two so we can get back there and start doing a bit of work on these places and get them ready for winter. And hopefully we get obviously a few guests coming to go, but we're not expecting much this season. But hopefully the following season after that, things are back to normal and we can start sort of continuing operations as they were before. Anyway, guys, that's a real brief overview on what I sort of do. Spend a lot of my time doing outside of investing and whatnot, and it's still investing in property in Japan. But if you want to see some more videos going about, investing in Japan or investing in property, that sort of thing, drop them in the comments below and I'll make some more videos about it. I just thought I'd give you a little brief brief backstory on what I do and what I'll currently be doing the last couple of years. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, and if you want to see some more videos like this, like I said, drop your comments below, hit that subscribe button, be much appreciated, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers, guys, see ya.